You've had your rotator cuff surgery. You've followed the rules, gone to therapy, but now you're stuck. You wonder, will I ever swing a club again? Or serve a tennis ball without that catch in my shoulder? Coming back too early or too fast can erase months of progress. I'm Dr. Dan, and today we're going to break down the real return to sport timelines after rotator cuff surgery for adults over 50. We'll cover when it's safe, how it actually goes for most people, and what you can do to make it back strong and confident. Take Karen, one of my patients in her mid-60s, an avid pickleball player. She was doing great, strong, mobile, ahead of schedule. But 5 months post-op, she tried to play and felt that familiar zing. Not a tear, but her shoulder was saying, not yet. She was devastated. That moment almost made her quit. But 2 more months of smart, focused rehab, and she's back on the court 4 days a week. She's not alone. I've worked with countless patients over the years who are eager, sometimes too eager, to return to activity. And while that motivation is great, the key is knowing when the shoulder is actually ready. Today, I'll give you that roadmap. If you're within the first few months of recovery, grab our free post-op checklist. It's linked in the description below. It walks you through what milestones to hit before getting back to activity. This tool gives you specific strength, motion, and confidence markers, not just timelines, to help you avoid setbacks. So, why does it take so long? After rotator cuff surgery, the tendon takes time to biologically heal into the bone. This healing usually takes at least 4 to 6 months, even before you think about playing. That's the biology. And that's just the healing timeline. On top of that, you need strength, coordination, and confidence, especially in overhead or high-demand sports. Let's walk through a few examples. Golfers typically return earlier than other athletes. Most start putting and chipping around the 3 to 4 month mark. That might not sound like much, but it's a great way to reintroduce gentle shoulder motion. From there, many progress to half swings by 5 months and full swings by 6 months if strength and control are good. It's not just about pain, it's about how well your shoulder can handle the swing's force. Swimming takes more time. It's an overhead sport that really stresses the rotator cuff. Gentle pool therapy might start in rehab, but full strokes usually don't begin until at least 6 or 7 months. In older swimmers, the average return time is around 8 months, but it can take up to 12 or even longer for full intensity. Tennis and pickleball? These vary. Pickleball tends to be easier on the shoulder, especially if you're playing doubles and avoiding overhead smashes. Some players are back on the court by 4 to 6 months, but often in a modified way. Tennis, especially singles or serving overhead, usually requires closer to 8 to 10 months. Which sport are you hoping to return to, and what's your biggest concern right now? Let me know in the comments below. Most people assume that once the pain is gone, they're good to go. I wish it were that simple. In fact, that's the most common mistake I see, and it's why some patients re-tear or stall for months. Here's what many people get wrong. They think feeling good at 3 or 4 months means they're ready. But strength, especially in the rotator cuff and scapular muscles, can lag behind pain relief. Surgeons and physical therapists look for key criteria: 90% strength compared to your other side, full range of motion, and no pain with simulated movements. Think of it like this. If you're planning to play tennis, can you toss a ball and swing your arm overhead with no pain, no compensation, and full control? If not, you're not quite there yet. But if you can move freely, hit soft shots, and feel strong doing it, that's a green light to start ramping up. Let me also say, confidence matters. Many patients hit the physical milestones but still hesitate. They worry, what if I hurt it again? That fear, called kinesiophobia, can hold people back even when the shoulder is ready. If this is helping, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This channel is all about helping you move from rehab to real life with clarity and confidence. Let's talk outcomes. Studies show that 80 to 95% of adults over 50 return to some level of sport after rotator cuff repair. And about 75 to 80% get back to their pre-injury level or close to it. That's encouraging. But there are caveats. re-tear rates in older adults can be as high as 20 to 30%. That's especially true with large tears or poor tissue quality. Still, even if the tendon isn't perfectly intact, many patients do just fine. They're able to play, stay active, and feel strong. That's a win. And here's the part that's often overlooked. Returning to sport isn't just about the shoulder, it's about your whole system. Your core strength, your posture, your ability to move with symmetry. That's why rehab matters so much. Think about your sport. Does it require twisting, reaching, quick direction changes? Your therapist can help simulate those moves and guide you through a safe reintroduction. This phase is crucial and often skipped. The biggest barriers to return? Number one, stiffness. If your shoulder doesn't move freely, your mechanics suffer, and so does your performance. Number two, weakness. You need endurance, not just brute strength. And number three, fear. That hesitation can lead to compensation, which then leads to pain or re-injury. I often encourage patients to journal their progress during rehab. Note when you start doing certain motions again. Track how your shoulder feels after each session. That awareness builds trust in the joint and confidence in your comeback. Let me say this clearly. It's normal to feel behind. It's normal to doubt your progress. But if you're showing up, doing the work, and moving forward, however slowly, you're on the right track. Here's the takeaway. Returning to sport after rotator cuff surgery isn't about a calendar date. It's about preparation, milestones, and mindset. If you're diligent with rehab, work on strength, and respect the timeline, you can get back to what you love. Check out my other video titled Shoulder Surgery Recovery, What Real Healing Looks Like, which covers the day-by-day process early on. And if you've ever been told you're too old for repair or too young for a replacement, don't miss the video that tackles that exact question. Both are linked in the description below. And if you haven't yet, grab the free post-op checklist in the description below. It's a step-by-step guide to getting back on your feet and into your sport with less guesswork and more confidence.